It's Jennifer Pickett, and thank you for joining our Google Hangout. I appreciate your patience. We had just a few technical difficulties. We love this technology, but every once in a while it fails us. So we're just happy to be able to use this medium to come right there to your home and speak with you directly. So we've got a very exciting Google Hangout tonight. I want to go ahead and introduce who is on the Google Hangout with us that you will be hearing from. First of all, we have Katie Boswash. She is our mastermind behind these Google Hangouts. I could not do this without her. So say thank you to Katie. And then also we have my friend and one of my favorite Plexus friends and partners, Sylvia, and she is a nutritionist, and I am so happy that she has joined us. She has a team, a great team that's going in Georgia, and she will soon be moving to Florida. So we have gotten to work together on several things now, and we really enjoy collaborating. So you'll be hearing from both of us tonight, and I'll let Katie go ahead and get us started.
Okay, we're going to do this with questions in a format of question and answer. So first question, what is the purpose of this Google Hangout?
So glad you asked. The main purpose of this Google Hangout is to discuss your health. Sometimes with Plexus, you know, it's obviously a business. It's a fantastic business, but a lot of times, you know, sometimes people get discouraged and they don't know where to turn. And so tonight I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me loud and clear. We truly care as from a dietitian perspective, a healthcare professional perspective. I've been helping people for years get healthy. And so long before Plexus, I was helping people get healthy. And Sylvia will tell you the exact same thing. She is a nutritionist. Long before Plexus, she was helping people get healthy. So I will tell you that this is not just a business to us. We truly care about your health. We don't just care about going out there and selling supplements. We care about your health, and we care enough to make sure that you're going to get the most out of this supplement. So we're going to talk about that some tonight. So please hear me loud and clear when I tell you that we do care about you, and we're here to encourage you and support you on your health journey. Sylvia?
I agree, Jennifer. And, you know, Jennifer and I have collaborated on a couple of things since we got to know each other, just under a year ago, I think. And, you know, we have said this many, many times, and that is that our goal is to work with people to get healthy. Healthy is the ultimate, most important thing in my eyes, and hers as well. But I've helped people in my past 10 years lose weight before Plexus. So I know that we are passionate about bringing Plexus in because we feel like we both know it's a great product, but we want you to know how to do it the right way, how to work with, incorporate it into a healthy lifestyle. And that's what our goal is for tonight.
Great. Okay, so our next question is, are people still seeing results with Plexus? And who wants to take it first?
That's a great question. Yes, the answer is yes, yes, and yes. People are definitely seeing results with Plexus. I'm getting positive emails and text and private Facebook messages where people are seeing results and they're pleased with those results. It is very discouraging when I get someone who is not seeing results. And yes, that does happen. This can be for a variety of reasons. First of all, I will tell you, it is not a magic pill. It will not work for 100% of people. That's just not possible. There's not a supplement out there that will work for 100% of people. I will tell you that it is working for most. What I'm seeing from most of my folks is it is not fast results, not at all. And in fact, most of my people, they're not seeing a really big difference until about the 2-month mark. That's right at that 60-day mark, okay? So we do have that 60-day money-back guarantee. I encourage my clients to utilize that. But most definitely, people are seeing results with Plexus. I think what excites me most of all is that this is so much more than weight loss. If it was just weight loss, that's helping, but it's not making a big difference. This is helping people manage their chronic disease. It's helping people prevent disease. It is helping people feel better. It is encouraging them to get out and move more. And it's also helping them overcome some serious hang-ups and habits like the sugar cravings and those nasty soda habits. It is helping people in pain. I think that's some of my favorite feedback when I talk to a family member and I've got a favorite uncle and he tells me, "Hey, I really like this stuff. It's helping me and I've got less pain." It is most definitely working. Again, partake in the products properly because that is key. Sylvia, what are you here?
Well, I want to lead into what the question was, which is, are the products still working? And the products
in your side of the world.
Right. The products are definitely working, but you have to understand it really isn't a magic pill, and Jennifer said that as well. What we want you to understand is a couple of things. For me, and most importantly, I talk to people a lot about weight loss in the past 10 years of my experience. When you have a rapid weight loss, what a lot of people aren't realizing is you're losing fat and muscle. I want it to be a slow weight loss, and I tell people from the get-go that I want it to be a very gradual, a very slow weight loss, because then we're attacking the fat cells and we're not affecting the muscle. When I hear people say I've lost 18 pounds in 10 days, which there's another product out there that had happened with, that really kind of scares me. I wouldn't want that at all. So I want a nice, slow, gradual weight loss, but I want it to be an effective weight loss. So I want you, when I talk to my clients and I talk to my ambassadors, I really want people to hear from my heart as well that when you start taking supplements, and Plexus obviously is the supplement that we're talking about tonight, but whatever supplements you use, whatever weight loss program you're on, you want to be consistent, and yes, you want to see results. But what I want people to understand is the first few days, if you're feeling really, really good, that's a result. Stay off the scale. If that's going to be the thing that makes you either have a bad day or have a good day, toss it. Toss it aside, because you can actually get results just doing something every day. And we're going to share with you how to bring in these Plexus products and make them really beneficial to your weight loss journey, because it is a journey.
That's great, great. Well, that really leads into the next question, which is, why are some not seeing the results that they want to see? What are the reasons behind that?
Do you want to take that, Jennifer? I'll take it after you.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think part of the reason that people are not seeing results is, first of all, they have very, very high expectations to begin with. They are going into this with a unique mindset. They're expecting very quick results. They're expecting weight to just literally fall off, and they're kind of looking for an easy way out. That's most of us. That is our natural tendency. It's just the society that we live in now. If we live in this instamatic society, so we want to take the same approach to our health journey, and we have all felt the same way. We would love to say, okay, I'm going to get healthy, and you work a little bit, and then you're like, check, I got that done. Okay, done. I'm healthy now. It's not that easy. It's an ongoing journey, and so we need to change our mindset and change our expectations. That's why I keep using that word journey. It's truly a journey, and it's those daily choices that you make. So I think we need to change our expectations. We do not need to expect weight to fall off. But I think what happens with most is that they get discouraged very quickly and very easily. And then sometimes it's not even intentional, but when they get discouraged, they might skip a day, skip 2 days, skip 3 days, and then what you have falls off dramatically. That just leads to some negative momentum to where you're not even taking the products and you're still expecting results. Again, most folks go into this with the wrong expectations, and we know to get results, you have to be consistent. It does not count just to have the products in your home. You have to use them. Same thing with the gym membership. It doesn't count just to have the gym membership. You actually have to go to get the health results. So I think that's part of the biggest problem is consistency. I think the other part of the problem is water. Most people are not drinking enough water. One thing that I've seen is people mixing up their pink drink and sipping on it throughout the day, and that is wrong. Once you mix your pink drink, you want to drink it within 30 minutes and then drink water throughout the whole day. Constantly drinking water. It's so very good for you, and it is crucial to your health journey and your weight loss if that is your path. So I cannot overemphasize that enough. The third thing I'll address on this, the diet drinks is something, anything with artificial sweeteners is really going to sabotage your efforts. I know we don't want to hear it. It's something that most of us have had a hang up with before. A lot of us have overcome that hang up thanks to Plexus, including this dietitian. That's my confession. And it's something that we've got to overcome. Those are not helping you. So if you can get rid of those, that would be very smart. And then finally, making those really good nutrition choices, choosing real foods instead of the overly processed foods. I promise you guys, I've had folks who almost like took it as a challenge. I'm going to take Plexus, but I'm not changing. We'll see if this stuff works. That's foolishness. Don't waste your money. Take a comprehensive approach. Plexus can help you. It is a tool. It's not the only tool. It takes a comprehensive approach. And I'll remind you that this isn't easy. If this was super duper easy, we would all be walking around just extremely healthy. All you have to do is look around in our nation. We're not healthy as a nation. Okay, so this is not easy. It takes some effort, and it does take some work. Sylvia, give me your input.
Okay. The original question was, why are some people not getting results, right, Katie?
Yes.
Okay. I would say, and this is going to hurt some people, and I'm sorry, I'm really going to hurt you. Again, we talked about this magic pill. You can't just start taking Plexus and still eat the McDonald's hamburgers and still take the diet sodas and still eat your cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. All those things said, you've got to make some smart changes as well. I led for 5 years in the top U.S. weight loss company there is in the United States and actually in the world right now. And I remember certain clients who would come in and then they'd leave and not come back for 2 or 3 weeks, and they'd come in and they'd be disappointed because the scale didn't change. Their consistency wasn't there. As I would talk through to some of them, as I do with my Plexus clients and Plexus ambassadors, they weren't making any changes. So what we want Plexus to do, when you start bringing in the products, you want to also make the lifestyle changes. You need to make sure that aspartame, Jennifer knows I'm going to hit this one because I hit it every time. If you are drinking anything, if you're eating yogurt with aspartame, if you are drinking diet sodas, if you're drinking Crystal Light, if you are, there are certain packaged foods that when you look at the back will have artificial sweeteners in it. There's a cereal out there that people love that has artificial sweeteners in it. you've got to cut it out of your diet. Cut it completely cold turkey. End of story. It causes belly fat. And I tell people all the time, you start looking at people who order diet drinks at restaurants and at fast food joints. I will guarantee that 90% of those people have excessive belly fat. So what I want you to do, back to that original question, is why is it not working for some? Because they're treating it as that magic pill, if you will. You've got to make those lifestyle changes. You've got to get the water in. Jennifer hit, the nail on the head with the water. Our brains are made up of 70% water. So we need to feed our brain. If anything, we need to feed our brain. Half of your body weight in ounces of water is required for everybody. And if you are losing weight, you need that absolutely, and you may even need a little bit more than that, but definitely half your body weight in ounces of water. So people are still getting results. Just the other day, I had a gentleman who's lost 3 belt loops. I had another one who's lost 2 belt loops. I have a lady who's in her mid-50s, and she is, has come down to a size 6, and she hadn't been a size 6 since, her younger days. So she's very excited. So people are having good results, but they're talking to us, they're asking us questions, they're staying involved, and they're, getting the advice that they need to keep going in a very positive manner.
Yeah, I think that's another part of this is staying connected, because we kind of get lost and then we're on our own, and that's not going to be positive momentum either. Okay, so why is it so important to take the products properly? I know you've touched on this a little, but sure.
I'm sorry.
Sure.
With regards to that question, I do feel very strongly. You see us post frequently about leaky gut, about an unhealthy gut, about the importance of probiotics. If your gut is in bad shape, and in all likelihood it is, if your gut's in bad shape, you're not even going to be able to absorb these products. It is crucial that you're on a probiotic for your general health. 80% of your immune function comes from your gut. Your body needs that good, healthy bacteria that's working for you. So within your GI system, I call it your gut. I'm sorry, that's what my nutrition professors called it. You need about 80% good, healthy bacteria, 20% bad organisms, okay? With most people, the general public, this is reversed for a few different reasons. Antibiotics wipe that healthy bacteria out. If you've been on steroids, it just promotes the growth of those bad organisms. Oh, and by the way, just our standard American diet promotes the growth of those bad organisms like Candida yeast, your carbohydrates, your sugars, your alcohol, the antibiotics that are found in your poultry, in your meat, in your dairy products. So I encourage you, if you find that you're not having results at all, it might be time for a break from Plexus Slim and a time to get your gut healthy. So the way we do that with Plexus products is the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse. And I want to make sure you take those properly, okay? What makes ProBio 5 differently? Why are there people saying, I'm seeing a difference with this probiotic and I didn't see a difference with my other very expensive probiotic I was taking? The main thing is that it contains enzymes, and those enzymes break down the cellular structure of the bad organism so your body can get rid of it. I take my ProBio 5, I take 2 capsules at bedtime. Overgrowth of Candida yeast that you're battling, you're probably going to need to take more than that, but start with 1 or 2, then you can work your way up. The BioCleanse cannot be taken at the same time as ProBio 5. So what I want you to do is take the Biotic from ProBio 5. I take my BioCleanse first thing in the morning when I wake up. It is right beside my toothbrush. So I take 2 capsules first thing when I wake up, and then in the late afternoon, before I have a snack, I'll take 2 capsules, and that way it's on an empty stomach, because that's the deal with BioCleanse. You want to make sure it's on an empty stomach. So that's how we get our gut healthy. Some of us simply need to get our gut healthy so that we can continue on our health journey and continue to see some weight loss results.
Okay, so we've touched a little bit on this, and then you talked about your schedule right there. But what is the right way to take these products, and why is it important to do that, to stick on the schedule, and how do we work that out?
You want me to start?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I know Jennifer's got some great tips with the ProBio. In fact, I didn't know that you couldn't take them together. And isn't it funny that you learn some of these things as you go forward in Plexus, and that's where you do have to stay so connected, and it's very important to stay connected. And ask the questions of the company too. If you're not getting results and you don't want to go to your upline or you don't want to go to one of us, go ahead and go to the company and say, hey, I'm not getting the results that I need. Can you help me? So the original question I think is, how do you take the products? First and foremost, you want to take them when you will take them. And sometimes it means taking them when they're going to be effective for you as well. And yes, there are certain things, like Jennifer mentioned, that you do want to take the BioCleanse on an empty stomach. I love the fact that I have Hashimoto's, so I take my thyroid meds in the morning. I will never be off these thyroid meds. They have been reduced because of Plexus, but I will never be off of them. I have an autoimmune disease. And what I love is I can't take anything with these pills, but I can take my BioCleanse, and it has to be on an empty stomach anyway, so that's a perfect time for me. When I take my Slim, though, and this is something that I work with a lot of people, I started in the morning before breakfast to take my Slim, but I would still get that sugar craving at 3 or 4 o'clock. So I've adjusted my Slim to be about 11 o'clock in the morning. And that works for me because then I don't get that 3 or 4 o'clock crash, or not crash, but sugar craving. Now, as far as the accelerator or the boost, whichever one you're taking, you definitely need to take those with food. It breaks the capsule down better with food. It works better on your stomach with food, so you're not feeling any maybe queasiness or anything from any of the ingredients that are in there, the plant-based ingredients in there, but I love to take mine with food. I will split mine up. There are times that whether it's the Accelerator Plus or the Boost, whichever one I'm trying, or using that particular month, and I do change mine around a little bit. I prefer the Accelerator Plus because it has the 5-HTP in it. 5-HTP does boost the serotonin levels. For those of us with a thyroid disease, it does help our moods a little bit. So that's just my preference, but Boost works for a lot of people, and I like to split them up where I have one after breakfast and one after lunch, and that gets me to where I'm not getting any hunger signals throughout my entire day. I take my probiotic in the evening or right before bed, just like Jennifer mentioned. I take 2 ProBio 5s at bedtime. And those are about the only products that I am on. I have not started the Fast Relief. I know that can be a really good addition to really decrease inflammation in the body. And it's helped with a lot of people, not just in pain, but inflammation from any foods that we tend to eat. If we eat ice cream, we're going to have inflammation. If we decide to go through a fast food joint, we're going to get inflammation in our body. It's a given because of the foods that are out there. If you go to a restaurant once a week, you're going to have inflammation in the body. So the Fast Pain Relief can work with that inflammation. I have not used it yet, and I laughingly say, I don't have any pain, so I don't use it. But it does help with other things. Our products, there are so many benefits from so many of these products that we just need to try them all. And I'm going to quickly mention the Plexus 96 because we talked a lot about why certain people don't have some of the results that we want. You need more protein. If we can increase water, decrease sugar, get rid of, completely eliminate artificial sweeteners and increase our protein, you're probably going to have some really good results. So in order for me to increase my protein, because I'm not I will eat meat, it's not my favorite thing to do. So I just eat it because we tend to have it kind of thing. But I get my protein from a lot of fish, and I get my protein from the Plexus 96, really. That's kind of my afternoon snack, and that's my early morning breakfast, too.
Jennifer, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I'll just remind you that with, I love how Sylvia put it at the beginning there, that you've got to do what works for you. Um, you've got to make sure this fits into your daily habit so that it continues to be a habit and you continue to do it every day, because that consistency is crucial. So you need to follow some guidelines, but find what works best for your schedule. There is some flexibility with the pink drink. Um, uh, Personally, I think it's best sometime in the morning hours. I've got plenty of people who take it right around the noon hour to make sure they have enough energy to get them throughout the afternoon and avoid that afternoon slump. Again, it's up to you. You have flexibility there. I do want to make sure once you mix that drink up, drink it within 30 minutes. Be done. It is not a drink you just sip on, okay? It does mix better in room temperature water. If you try to mix it in cold water, it's going to clump up. So you can drink it. You can pour it over ice after you've mixed it up. If you want to warm it up, don't warm it up too hot. We don't want to denature any of the awesome ingredients in there, but you can drink it as a kind of a warm tea, if you will. Just don't get it too hot, okay? So you've got flexibility there. For the accelerator, I definitely recommend taking one at breakfast and one at lunch. I keep finding taking one accelerator. Same thing with Boost. Obviously, you cannot take Boost, and if you are taking Boost, same thing. Take one at breakfast, one at lunch. When I've been on Boost, my strategy was taking one Boost and one X Factor at breakfast, and then one Boost and one X Factor at lunch. So that was my strategy when I was on Boost. I'm back to Accelerator now. I do love having two products. If you happen to plateau or you feel like you've reached your kind of maximum benefit, your body's gotten used to that, it's good to shake it up. And so now I'm personally back on Accelerator. So that's just some tips for going forward. It's just important you find what works for you.
That's great. And I will add my little personal story. Just from the summer, I got a little bit off, and I was still on schedule, still taking my products. I was on the Slim and the Boost, but because of, vacations and traveling and, just not being on schedule, my diet wasn't perfect, and I saw myself not really gain a ton. I would just kind of go up and down, 3 pounds up and down, and I was staying at that. I've lost 19 pounds, and so I decided to switch from the Boost to the Accelerator. I did what Jen did just about a week ago, and I've seen my numbers go back to more level, not going up and down every day. I'm pretty much every morning, and I do weigh myself every morning, but I'm pretty much every morning at the same weight. And I actually yesterday saw a new number for the first time. I won't count it for a couple more days until I see it a couple more times, but doing that switch, I think, is what's great about having the two products, like Jennifer mentioned. So, okay, so again, how long, and you mentioned something about 2 months earlier, but how long should it take to see results if you're being consistent?
Everybody is so vastly different. So I'm always so cautious when I'm asked this question. Take a long time, and I've got just a couple people who saw quick results in time. So we want to get in good habits. We want to give it an adequate amount of time. I do feel like Plexus has put a 60-day money-back guarantee in place for a reason. Now, obviously, if you are an ambassador, you don't have your customers do. So I want to encourage out, guys. It's the safety net. And it allows people to try these products, give it a good 55 days. At the end of that 55 days, if you are not seeing some positive results, if you're not feeling better and sleeping better and noticing a difference in your energy, then we might need to do something else. I will say this. I do believe that Plexus really helps to address the root cause of the problem. I've said it before, I'll remind you again. You are as unique as your fingerprint. There is nobody like you. So your results will be very unique and different. One person's root cause of their problem is not going to be your root cause. It might take some playing around to figure out what the root cause of your problem is. Is the root cause of your problem an unhealthy? Is the root cause of your problem blood sugar issues? Is the root cause of your problem hormonal imbalance? I will remind you that a lot of these conditions and disease states and imbalances, hormone imbalance, chronic inflammation, including metabolic syndrome, these things, it is going to take some time to turn that ship around. It will turn around, but you've got to give it time. With our autoimmune diseases, for instance, it's going to take some time, and it takes some patience. But I will encourage you and remind you that the rewards are great. And one of the reasons we want to improve our health is that we want to improve our quality of life. When we are healthy, we feel better, and we can enjoy life more because we get to go out and do what we enjoy, no matter what that is. So that's why we want to improve our health, so we can improve our quality of life.
Okay, great. Do either of you, sorry, I have this on. Do either of you want to add anything to what's been said, or have any other thoughts? Okay.
Yeah, I will. You know, a year ago when I decided to bring Plexus in, I brought it in very quietly at first. I was an advocate of real food. In fact, you know, I constantly talked about choices, not calories. Let's work with real food. I didn't want to bring in a meal supplement of any kind. I was approached. I write for 6 different magazines. People would find me and they'd try to get me to sell some sort of product. Plexus was the one that, after I did the research and after I tested it out on a few people, clients as well as my 2 daughters and myself, I said, you know what, I can work with this, because it's not a get weight off quick kind of mentality. It's making the simple changes. It's when those of us that are non-diabetics and our sugar levels can stay even throughout the day, our energy levels are up, we feel better, we treat and work with our food better. So if we can actually bring these products in and have them work for our benefit of weight loss, work for our benefit to good health, that's what we need to do with these products. And I'm going to use my daughter as an example. My youngest, she started on the product. She had maybe 20 pounds to lose. Wasn't a lot. She's very tall. She's 5'8", so 20 pounds on her could be hidden pretty well. But as a mom, I knew that she wanted to lose the weight, and I could tell she had gained a little. She was a competition cheerleader in high school, and she's not a high schooler anymore. She's almost 30. But it took her probably 4 months, if not 5, because she was a healthy eater already. She's from, you know, she grew up with me, and I've always been a healthy eater, and so she knew how to eat right. She was a water drinker like crazy. There really wasn't any changes that she could do differently except for adding in Plexus. And it took her body that long to kind of get acclimated to the ingredients and the products, and to get acclimated to what she's doing, what she was already doing, and have that weight start to fall off. And it didn't affect muscle. So we know it just flushed some of that excess fat that she wanted flushed. And she looked at a picture the other day, and it was probably 6 months later, and she said, oh my goodness, I put on a pair of pants the other day and they were feeling loose, and I looked at my pictures from, you know, the last holiday to now, and I can tell that I've really lost. but the pounds on the scale didn't change a whole lot. She did lose some pounds, but it was more the changes inside and the fat being flushed. So the changes on her body is different. She fits in her clothes differently. People are noticing and asking her, are you losing weight? 6 months. And I was impressed that somebody only 29 years old was willing to not have this microwave society because we got to have it, we got to have it now. So it was pretty exciting. That was just a good testimonial for me to see that she had the patience. And I don't know that she would have had that patience without being constantly connected with me. And that's important. If we can have you guys reach out to us, if you want us to work with what you're eating during the day, where you can make those changes. I know I'm willing to do that with any customer or any ambassador, and I'm sure Jennifer is as well.
I'm glad you brought
that's great.
that up.
That's awesome. Jen, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I'll add one more thing as we're wrapping this up. I appreciate you guys listening in, and I'm glad Sylvia said that. If you have even one leader, and I encourage you to treat your ambassadors, especially when they're new, but treat your ambassadors just like you would a client, because our goal is that we want to see health success. We want to see health success first. The business may follow. That's fantastic. It typically does follow. But we want to see health success with everybody. And so a lot of folks, we want to make sure that all of our new ambassadors, so anybody underneath you, directly underneath you, we want to make sure they're getting, number one, they're getting the education on how to take the products. Number two, they're getting the proper instruction and they're taking that comprehensive approach to wellness. And number three, they're getting followed up with so that they can receive that encouragement and just someone checking in with them, because that provides such a good environment of connectivity and encouragement and motivation when you know someone's going to check in with you. So I encourage you to treat your ambassadors like you would your clients. Follow up with them and check in on their health success. I will tell you, I'm glad Sylvia touched on this as well. I want to encourage you and remind you that you're not alone. You have joined a fantastic Plexus team, and I'm dedicated to helping you, just like Sylvia is dedicated to helping her team. And we can have crossover too if there was, we can help each other out. We work well as a team. And if you need some one-on-one time with a dietitian or a nutritionist, you need a nutrition consult, you just need someone to talk on the phone with you and encourage you on your health journey, that is what we're here for. Like I said at the beginning of this call, you are not alone. And we care about your health. This is not just a business to us. We truly care about your health and your health success. So I encourage you, please reach out to us. We cannot work with you until you just give us that open door. And I tell you, we will come right alongside you as soon as you open up that door to us. So please reach out to us and let us know what you need, how we can help you, how we can encourage you, how we can walk alongside you as you continue on this health journey. We appreciate you guys joining us tonight.
Thanks for your time, ladies. This has been great. I know I've been blessed by it, and I know we've had some viewers during this time, so hopefully they've gotten a lot from it as well.
Good. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Good night.
All right.